Last year I was like, yeah, I'm about to be consistent. Okay, so I have the consistency down pat. I'm about to be everybody's favorite creator. I'm excited. Like, I'm force feeding all the content. Now what? Talk while I do my makeup. But sometimes I do go a little silent because I be having to focus on this beat for real. Like, the people who can really get down, talk, and like really do what they do. No, I'll be like, let me stop and get in y'all face and talk to y'all real quick, and then we'll get back to the makeup. Because yeah, I be trying, but I be like, listen, the beat is beating, okay? This video will be featuring Smashbox new products. I've been able to use these products about 6 times now, so I can say that these are some of my new favorites. Not just saying that, but like literally I've done this routine, like it takes me no time and get so many compliments on it. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do the new routine. I'm gonna be featuring some new products that I haven't shown y'all. I was just waiting for everything to come in the mail. I'm gonna just go ahead and plump the lips while we get started. Okay, so first want to shout out Smashbox. If anybody knows, that's like one of my favorite brands. I feel like it doesn't get the recognition anymore that it used to, and I'm gonna be that girl that's gonna be talking about it all the time. 2 shades in the setting powder. I got the translucent medium and I got translucent light. I'll be using both of these today. So it looks like this for the packaging, and it just comes here, which is not as like big as some of the other ones, because sometimes I hate buying the full-size products, but I feel like I'll use these a lot. I don't mind having the big one. It comes with the sponge, which I never really use those, and then it has the top on top. I've already opened this one, and then it has that net, which I love that the setting powders are starting to have that. I also got the ultraviolet blush stick, which it is the hot stick blush stick in the color ultraviolet. I got so many compliments wearing this. So freaking cute. I've also already opened this one and kind of swatched it on my phone. But yes, this is the color. Y'all know I'm so into like lilacs, purples, all of that. Like, those blushes just really give it to me. Oh, I did end up ordering from Smashbox.com, y'all. So I know I'm giving y'all a lot of information, but sometimes, like, I love my Sephora points, love my Ulta points, but y'all have to be shopping on the actual site. Like, this Hangover spray, which is also one of my new favorites. It's not a new product, it's actually old, but I'm actually just getting into falling in love with it. I use it to prime, and I also use it at the end. Oh, so amazing. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead, shake and spray, because yeah, I went to toofaced.com, like, let that set in, at the end of the year, and I was able to snag 2 of these for the price of almost 1. Like, it was on sale for $22.80. That is $38 exactly. So then I shopped on Smashbox.com as well, and y'all, so I ended up getting 15% off. I got free gifts, and on top of that I was able to sign up for like the Smash Cash or whatever, and I already got $15, and I only got 3 products. I ended up getting another photo endurance. Now, y'all have seen me feature this on my page already. I had that, but now I have a travel size in it, and y'all, like, that's the tea. Sometimes you gotta shop around, in these brand sites they have a lot of deals. So yeah, and Smashbox actually just sent me another 15% off plus $5 off. Like, it doesn't get no better than that. Now, as you can see, I just sprayed, and that is what I've been using for primer. I do my skincare, and then I'll just go in and I'll be like, okay, like, let me do a spray. I did just get my brows started, so I'm gonna go in with the Fluff Up Brow Wax. This is when I use this because honestly I don't need a lot. My brows are already like perfect how I want them to be. So I'll just go in and kind of fluff the hairs up a little bit. I'll use this, or I'll use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel, but I couldn't find the Clear Brow Gel, so Benefit Fluff Up Brow Wax will do. But if you just got your brows done and you don't necessarily need a super strong brow gel, this is a good option. I'm just gonna go in and fill my tails in a little bit. And then I'll go back over with the wax if I need to. But I really love my brows. I don't like them to be too thick, so I really don't be doing too much. But I do be wanting them to be a little perfect, so. And kind of push those hairs down while I'm at it. And then if you want to, you can just press it down with your fingers. Next, we're going to be featuring my Haus Labs concealer per use. I'm going to use this till the wheels fall off right now because I love. And when I'm doing this routine, sometimes like I'll just go in and cover up the bag. Like that's the most important part to me, the dark circle in the bag area. And then I'll just lift here and lift there. And you really don't have to do as much as I'm doing. Literally, sometimes I just get a little heavy-handed when I'm on camera. For blending, I've really been using like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This brush is like a Morphe brush, but between these two, they're my favorite to use. But I don't know, it's something about this one. I think because it's a little raggedy on, a little raggedy. It has some little stragglers or something. I don't know. It just be perfect blending out. But I'm gonna blend out the edges. I always like to start here. I'm gonna go ahead and do my forehead. Lift that up, sculpt it, baby. I feel like this brush is perfect if you want to do no foundation because I don't know, it's something about it. It just gives it like a flawless. It gives it really good coverage, but at the same time, it gives it like a nice, even skin-like finish to me. So this would be the type of brush that if I was doing like a full coverage routine, I would use this brush like for blending out the brighter color. And then I would use like a more dense brush for the first even layer. Now it may look crazy. It may look really bright, but we're only doing one layer. Okay, so at this point you should see a smooth finish and you shouldn't see any dark circles. Next, I'm gonna bronze. I usually feature my Juvia's cream bronzer, but today I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. Camo liquid in the shade 8, which is Deep Intense. Hopefully this is not too dark, but you know, I love some nice bronzing drops. And y'all know I love a bronzed look. It looks like a nice color, so I'm excited about this. Now, this Bobbi Brown brush, I don't know, it's just so good. I love this. So we're just gonna go. Oh, she's bronzed. Wow. It's given I might have to do a little foundation because this is deep. This is intense. I could still fix it and not do foundation, but bronzed. I played myself. But I love how easily she glides on, so that's why I'm like, it's an easy fix because it's such a light layer. I'm going to go in with my ultraviolet blush. First, I'm gonna go directly on the brush. And this is the color. And then I just press her into my skin. And you get a nice color payoff, but again, it's still a nice skin-like coverage. and it's not too thick or heavy, which I love that. And on the other side, I'm gonna just show y'all with it on my hand and then pressing the brush on the side that doesn't really have blush on it, and then kind of press it into my skin, build the coverage up more. But of course I'm a blush girly, so I'm just going directly on and pressing it into my skin like that, because of course I'm gonna put like blend everything together with my concealer brush. So y'all, even if you put a little bit too much, you can always just blend it in and go back over it. We're gonna take the bronzer brush, blend the two together, make sure there's no crazy separation lines. I don't do foundation, but because I just am feeling it, we're gonna do it. This is how I would cut my bronzer if I wanted to do foundation at the last minute. Blend the two together using a dense brush to get rid of that harsh line, and then I'll go back over with my bronzer brush. All the creams blended out. My powders, I'm always gonna go bronze first, and I like all my bronzers to have that luminous look to them. It has some shimmers in it. I just feel like that just really gives you that summery glow. I hate the winter. Winter is like my least favorite. I hate being cold. Jackets aside, like, jackets are cool, but wrap it up, you know what I mean? So we're gonna go with the translucent medium first. This is gonna be a color that's closer to my skin tone. Now I want y'all to just see. Everything is nice and smooth. Mineralize powder from MAC. So I'm gonna do dark tan under my eyes, and then I'm going to do dark deepest on the area where I have foundation. This is dark deepest, and this is what I use to just kind of blend everything together. Now I was gonna get medium golden, I think it is, so I'm gonna go back and get that, but dark tan just gives you a nice golden under eye. Just don't put too much. As you can see, it's a nice tan golden color. I love that, to just kind of bring everything together, especially the highlighted area to the bronzed area. So especially like right up in here. Now, of course, because it is a little bit darker, it's gonna kind of darken that under eye, but this is my no makeup routine, so I don't want a really bright under eye. I love that. You can either go in with the lavender blonde from Haus, but I know this is a limited edition, so sometimes I go in with hibiscus haze. Of course, you can use them both together, but if you have lavender blonde, I'm going to show you on one side, and then I'll show you hibiscus haze on the other side. But honestly, and then I'll mix them together. Y'all know I love my lavender blonde. So I'm going right on top of that. I put some more. This is on top of my powders. It doesn't separate. So if you wanted to, you could just use this right on top to bring the color back. And you could also go on top of this over here if you wanted to, just to enhance the color. I know sometimes powders will separate when you put a cream on top, but the Smashbox works perfectly on top. It's still available, so you can get this one. Similar. This one gives you a little bit more of that purple. This one adds a little pink to it, but they're kind of similar in color. So that's why I said if you don't have lavender blonde, you can get hibiscus haze and kind of still get that same look. But if you got your hands on lavender blonde, you're one of the greats. And then we're going to spray again before we go in with that translucent light. Just let the blush settle in. For this one, I'll show you one side with the powder puff. I usually just dust it, but for the sake of the video, kind of tap her into the skin. And this is what I love about this powder. Like, this is translucent light, and where is it? You know how some powders will leave like a residue? You can't even see, it just kind of mattifies it. It really just blurs that area out, because I do have some powders that now it is a really good powder, but it will still leave a cast on my hand, and it'll look kind of dry. This one is really, really, really good. Like, when I say Smashbox does their thing, they do it and do it well. I like to do the brush. I feel like it's a little bit more controlled. So this is with the brush, this is with the powder puff, and then I'll go in with the powder puff on this side too, just to even it out. And kind of close that contour in a little bit too. And bring that all over. If you wanted to, you could go back in with some more blush, of course. But I wouldn't put any more product on my brush. I would just kind of smooth the transition out and that out. If you wanted to, you could add some more Mineralize powder at this point. You could do a more fluffy brush. My same brush. Blend out those edges. Bring some warmth here around that area. Keeping the under eye bright. Literally the molds are just molding itself, because my hands are like right now. I don't know why. And on the inside, oh, with this Maybelline lip kit that I got for the holidays. I'm gonna take some Dior 220. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade 4 Silk. I do a liner gloss, should I not? Y'all know I have to do a liner gloss. I can't not. Yeah. Is my new routine. Obviously I added a couple of things like the foundation, but basically routine this as the primer, y'all. Oh my gosh. And then if you are looking for like a powder that you need, a beginner friendly, you want to brighten up that under eye, really get into the routine of, you know, just figuring out how to do your setting powder without getting flashback or anything like that, that is a really good powder. And just for anybody, not just for beginners, but just everybody, like, y'all, that is Smashbox. Whenever you're ready for that collab, I'm here for you. I feel like the Be Legendary alone put me in a chat, okay? But Smashbox, like, I feel like I've been riding for y'all for so long. Like, I literally, as soon as these came out, they weren't even on the floor yet, and I'm like, y'all need this. Everybody get it. First time I used it, I was like, oh, that's good. Second time I used it, I was like, ooh, add to cart. I said, put these to the side for me. Yeah, I'm gonna get that. Third time I used it, I was sold, because I'm like, you know, third time's the charm. You really gotta, you know, sometimes I'd be like, y'all just be saying y'all obsessed with everything, y'all love everything, but no, for real, like this, yeah. If you want to just do a campaign, you know, I'll come to the Smashbox Studios. You know, if you want to do a collab, we can do that too. Talk to me. But at the end of the day, I'm here and I'm not going nowhere, so get used to it. Yeah. Bisous, bisous.